friend, welcome back to the channel. I'm Crystal, aka the Wholesome Witch, and today we're going to get into a little witchy summer energy prep. And today is June 21st. We are celebrating the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, so happy solstice, happy Litha, happy Yule if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. The solstices and the seasonal changes are always such a great opportunity to just refresh your space, refresh your energy within your space and within yourself as well. So if you've been following me for a minute, you'll know that I love to celebrate the seasons. I love taking part in the festivals on the wheel of the year, and a new season is just a wonderful time to refresh the energy within your space, within yourself, and honor this change that's happening. And it's been a minute since I have made a video at all, a minute or a couple months. So thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for sticking around if you're a subscriber. I appreciate you. It was an interesting spring, an interesting winter. This year hasn't kind of had the flow and ease I expected it to in January. I don't know why I expected it to, but I did. I think things are smoothing out. Things are getting better. I can feel it. So that's one reason I'm excited about summer. Yeah, it's been a little, I don't know, I'll just say interesting this year so far. And I think a lot of people are kind of in that same thought camp as me. But we're back today. We're back with the summer solstice and I'm excited. I'm excited to celebrate today and share some of it with you guys. I am going to take you along for part of my day, not my whole day, because there are a few things that I want to do just for me and I don't want to be filming while I do them. Some of the things I do want to do with you guys today is we're going to do some outside stuff for the house, just some outside energy work on the house. I'm gonna make some oatmeal cookies. We're gonna do a simmer pot. I'm gonna have a little sit down kind of probably in the middle and just talk about some of the ways to kind of make your summer more magical and some good kind of magical practices to start your summer out with. I hope I can give you guys some ideas for ways to just welcome the summer into your life and into your home, even if it's not actually on the solstice day. Like, we're just getting started, right? So these are some things that I would recommend to do like within the first couple weeks of summer, just to set yourself right for the energy for the weeks to come. And the summer solstice is the longest day of the year, so it's one I really like to kind of take advantage of. I like to get up early. I get up early anyway, but it just seems extra special on the solstice because I don't know about where you guys are, but here in Scotland, the sun rises at like 4 a.m. It's crazy. I was not prepared for this when we moved here. And it never really gets fully dark. It's like twilight for the, darkest part of the night. And the sun sets at like 10 o'clock. The days are long. But today is the longest day. And I really do like to take advantage of it as much as I can and just be in a positive place and feel optimistic for the season ahead. It's a fresh start, right? Yeah, I say this summer just feels like it has good vibes. We're gonna see. The astrology looks really good. So let's get into this summer prep, and I'm gonna give you guys some ideas for how to kind of welcome the summer season into your own lives this week if it's something you feel like doing. So yeah, let's get started and go bake some cookies. Welcome to the kitchen. And I'm just trying to look at this recipe that I found, and I'm going to get out my ingredients. Oatmeal cookies I haven't made in a minute. I haven't made since we've been in this house, and this is a fan oven, so we're gonna see how they turn out. It's also a recipe I've never tried. I try to often use my own recipes, but I don't have an oatmeal cookie recipe, so we're gonna go with one that I just found, and hopefully, and everything turns out just right. So I'm just getting out my ingredients. This kitchen, though, the house is adorable. It's really, really cute. It's tiny, and the kitchen has like very little storage. I'll just say that. Anyways, this is my baking box. I don't have like a shelf or a cupboard, I have a box. So I'm gonna dig in here and get out my ingredients. For the cookies, because it's solstice, it's summer season, I'm gonna focus on a couple of key intentions when I'm making them based on what I want to call in this summer and the properties that the ingredients hold. So we're going to focus on abundance, success, love, and positivity. Just the 4. I try to only do 3, but I feel I have a lot of summer goals this year. So we are going to do 4 for the cookies. I'm going to focus on bringing those kinds of energies into the cookies while I'm making them. I'm going to connect with the ingredients and the properties that they hold. And the recipe is pretty simple. It's a vegan recipe. I'm also making it gluten-free because it's something I've been experimenting with this year. I'm seeing if it agrees with me more. Gluten-free, because I've been feeling not great. And I feel like a lot of my symptoms can be brought back to gluten. which isn't something I ever thought I'd hear myself say, and it's a little bit sad. It's actually a lot sad because I love bread and things, and gluten-free, it's not the same. Not the same. I am going to try and make them gluten-free, so we will see. We'll see how they turn out. Wish me luck. I think I'll do a time lapse while I'm making them because it just like takes a long time. But you know, am I the only one? You know, in recipes, it'll say like takes 10 minutes and then 10 minutes to cook. Here I am, 30 minutes later, finally putting them in the oven. I don't know why it takes me so long. I guess I'm being intentional. I'm not rushing when I'm making things, but still, I think people lie. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you agree. People lie about how long it takes to do stuff when they're writing recipes, because for me, it's never true. Even if I'm not doing like an intentional cooking thing, even if I'm just following a recipe, it takes me at least twice as long as it says in the recipe. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just really slow. Anyways, leave a comment and let me know if this happens to you, because I always need to allot like at least double time that it says. And these are supposed to come together quickly. I'm gonna get out my stuff. I'm going to put you on time lapse, and I'll catch up with you when they're in the oven. I think when they're in the oven, we'll talk about like some summer energy practices we can do. Back in the living room, and the cookies are in the oven, and I have to say, I don't know about these cookies. They were too wet, and I went rogue and added cocoa powder after everything was mixed, just thinking they seemed boring, and they were still too wet even with cocoa powder. I don't know how this is gonna go. I was spooning them and thinking I should have just put them into like a brownie pan and made more like squares. I thought it would have worked better. But it was too late. I was already spooning them into cookies. But I had fun making them. I felt focused. I put a lot of intention into the cookies. And hopefully they're going to taste good, even if they don't look pretty. We'll see. Since we have 10 minutes, I just thought I would chat a little bit about ways that I like to prepare my home for summer. And I do variations of the same thing, really, with all the seasonal changes. But for summer, it's a very motivating, uplifting, kind of vibrant energy, right, that we're surrounded by, and very light and playful. I do like to do a few things, and you guys might like to do a couple of them this week as well. Something I'm going to do today that I mentioned is I like to reinforce kind of protective barriers around the house, and I also like to place like an intention of blessing or abundance or positivity, sometimes more than one, on the house for the season. So those are two things I'm going to go outside and do today. There's something to do outside the home to kind of seal the energy around and into the home, if that makes sense. I'd like to do a simmer pot as well for the seasonal changes. For summer, I like to do a simmer pot that is for kind of a vibrant, positive home for the season. The other things I like to do in the home, I like to try and bring in, of course, fresh blooms into the space, which for the summer, I try and make them colors of like pink and yellow, orange, very bright, very playful, very fun. It's such an easy way to uplift the atmosphere in the home. So I usually do like a bouquet and then a couple of little bud vases to kind of spread out the thing of flowers that I have bought. And if you have like a garden or something, or like a cutting garden, I envy you. One day I wish to have a cutting garden as part of my home. But for now, I just have to go to the shop and buy them. And when I'm buying them, I also like to match the intentions of the flowers to the intentions I want for that season or that week in particular, if there's something I'm really focusing on. So, I mean, my intentions for summers, especially this summer, I feel, are always, very similar. A lot of positivity, a lot of success if I am working towards things in the summer. I like to have calm, peaceful energy within the home in the summer because outside is often busy, kind of bustling, a lot going on a lot of the time, so I like my home to be kind of the opposite of that. But I also like to bring in like youthfulness and playfulness because that's very connected to summer energy as well, and it's a season where we want to have fun and have experiences and new adventures. So I like to kind of bring some of that into the home. I also like to get something fresh for my space that reflects the summer season, whether it is like a new pillow cover or a new vase to put my flowers in, or a new light throw blanket for the couch, something like this. In the summer, I like to try and incorporate some of those lighter, fresher colors into the home as well. So maybe just a new little piece of home decor, or even a new like summer mug, something so simple. So those are a couple of things for the home that I do. And then in terms of like my own personal self, my own personal energy, things that I like to do either on the solstice or the first week of summer. I mentioned already, I like to do a card spread for the summer season. I usually do 2 spreads. I like to give myself like an extra luxurious cleansing shower or bath at the start of the season. I like to make it a little more special, bring in some extra elements into the space, make a real ritual out of it, which I don't do too often. I'm not much of a bath ritual kind of girl, but at the start of the season I just feel like something a little extra, a little more uplifted, and with a lot of cleansing, refreshing, renewal type of intentions. I like to do some sort of spell jar each summer, and it changes depending on kind of just where my head is at and what I want my summer to look like. So I'm gonna do one of those later. I'm not gonna film it. It's distracting to do things while also filming. So a few of the things I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna do a couple of things this week that I'm not gonna film because I just want them for me. I have like a blog post with spell jar recipes and kind of steps that I'm gonna link in the description in case you guys want to have a look, if you guys want to make some sort of spell jar for yourself for the summer. I also like to do usually one summer season herb pouch or crystal pouch, just like a spell sachet that I will like carry with me in my bag as a type of energy that I want to have on me all the time. So I'm going to do that also later because I want to be able to really focus and be present as much as I can for those 2 activities. But I will link the blog post in case you guys want like step-by-step kind of instruction on how to do them. And also the vlog would just be way too long if I filmed the whole process of me doing those things. So I like to do that. I like to do a very intentional summer season journal session. For instance, this year I'm going to do like a dream summer journal session where I will write it as me at the autumn equinox in September, as if my dream summer has already happened. I like to, at the beginning of summer, or any season really, choose say 3 to 5 kind of intentions that I want to really focus on in the summer. So I don't want to have like something different every single day that I'm focusing on, because I feel like it's too scattered and I'm not really going to make any progress if my energy is too like disjointed. So I pick 3 to 5, and those are like my 3 to 5 summer intentions that I keep revisiting, that I will work with throughout the summer in my meals, in simmer pasta that I do throughout the summer, in my writing sessions, in any ritual work, moon phase work that I do. Will kind of focus on these 3 to 5 things. So I usually take a few minutes, think about what I really want to get out of the summer, how I want the summer to feel. I've been trying to do this more lately, like more than just focusing on goals or things I want to manifest or things like this. I try and structure my practice around how I want something to feel, how I want my life to feel, how I want the summer season to feel, instead of just physical kind of goal points I want to reach. I mean, I have those as well, but I look at it as if when this thing comes to fruition, how will I feel once I have it, like, and focus on the real feeling. And instead of just, I don't know, example, say you want to make, $5,000 this summer, and that's your goal. Instead of thinking like, I want to make $5,000 because I'm gonna buy this and do that and, pay off this, I would rather try and focus on, if I have $5,000 this summer, by the end of the summer, however, how will I feel once I have it? From that perspective, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling just a little bit, but hopefully you get my point. Other things I like to do, I like to refresh my wardrobe. I like to try and dress to match the energy that I want to have that day. I like to switch around my closet. This is kind of like a normal, mundane, practical thing that you do, kind of switch your clothes out for the season. But I have to take out the cookies. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Okay, so cookies are out of the oven, and guys, they actually look really good. They did not just make one big giant cookie, which I was afraid they were going to spread out too much. They look good, they smell really nice, so we'll see how they taste in a minute. I just put them to cool. Right, the wardrobe thing. I always try and kind of isolate a few pieces that really embody to me, again, going back to my 3 to 5 intentions for the summer, and put them like really accessible, like at the front of like my closet pieces, or like things that really help me embody the energies that I decided on already. So those are a few things that I like to do. I think I've been talking for much longer than I expected. Oh, something else that I was gonna do, I wanted to refresh a couple of my like magical cleaning products. I've talked about them previously. I had said that I could do a full video on how to make them, which I haven't done yet because I've been so bad at posting on here. Anyways, I'm gonna make 2 of those today. I like to, usually it takes me a season to like get through a bottle. So I like to do some of my own cleaning products to help bring those extra energies into the space while I'm cleaning. It's kind of like multitasking, practical magic at its finest, very kitchen witch coded. And maybe I'll like talk through the process, but like quickly. I won't, you know, take 15 minutes to do it as a normal video would be, but I'll add them in here quickly, and maybe I'll do a fuller video on that later. If you're still here, if you're still listening to me ramble, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm going to be bringing you some summer content, I promise. The summer is going to be a little more calm than the first few months of this year have been. First half. We're halfway through the year, and I can hardly believe it. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. We're going to put on the simmer pot, and then I'm gonna do the cleaning products. That's how we're gonna do it. So let's go. So here are the cookies, guys. See, they look like they're gonna be nice and chewy. We shall see. I'm gonna transfer them to a rack to finish cooling and grab my stuff for the simmer pot. It's very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna get my simmer pot on, and then I will, once it's going, I will walk you guys through the products, making the products. So for my simmer pot, I'm gonna do apple, clementine, lavender, juniper berries, and cinnamon. And I'm gonna focus on the same intentions as I want for my summer. So I'm gonna focus on, I might throw in an extra 1 or 2 here. So positivity, uplifting energy, love, success. And I'm gonna do the full ritual. I'm not gonna film the full ritual. If you guys want my full simmer pot ritual, I did a whole video on it, and I'll link it down below. It includes like a kitchen floor meditation, some spell stuff, this kind of thing. So I'll link it below if you guys want the whole thing. Otherwise, like the vlog would be 2 hours long. We're not doing that. Plus, I want to be able to focus and concentrate when I do like the meditation part right now and stuff. And yes, I just put everything into the simmer pot, all the bits. Gonna get this going, and then I will quickly walk you through how I do my energy cleaning sprays. And guys, I'm also like, I'm not prepared. I usually like shop for the solstice. I shop and I get stuff that I want specifically, like specific ingredients for my simmer pots if I don't have everything, for what I'm baking or cooking, whatever. I did not do that this year, so I'm winging it. I don't have stuff that I would like to have. So I'm using whatever I have on hand, which is very good practice. If you are into kitchen witchery, house magic, your practice in general, you can always just see what you have to work with when the time comes. What do you have in your house? What can you do with the items you have in your house? If you need any items at all, but of course for like a simmer pot, you're gonna want some things to put in it. So these are all just things I had already that go perfect with the energies I want. We're just going with it. Okay, I'm gonna get this on, do my ritual part of it, and then we'll do some cleaning products. I'm trying to make that sound exciting because cleaning products, it's hard to make it sound exciting, but I guess when you're in your 40s, it can be. Okay, let's get this going. Okay guys, simmer pot is simmering. I've done my other bits. We're going to do one really simple, just like multi-purpose cleaner that I use. I like to use this in the mornings if I'm just wiping down my counters with the intention of just cleansing the energy and preparing the space for a fresh day, if that makes sense. So this one has really few ingredients. We have a little spray bottle, distilled vinegar, white vinegar, essential oils, which are essential to the formula for the properties, but also for the cleaning aspects of the oils. Essential oils are excellent for cleaning lots of different things. They have lots of different like antibacterial, antimicrobial type properties. Different, of course, depending on which oils you're using. And distilled water. I don't have distilled water. I'm going to use boiled water. Using distilled water, it's cleaner. It has no impurities like straight tap water would have. And it also prevents like water spots from going onto furniture or things like this. But in a pinch, I'm gonna use boiled water. It's fine. Like I said, I didn't prepare for today, guys, like at all. So I like to have some cleansing element in my space before starting. Today, I just have lit a white candle for the cleansing energy. Sometimes I'll use an incense or a crystal. But basically, we're going to put a quarter cup of vinegar, fill the rest up with water, and we're gonna do lemongrass, lime, and lavender essential oils for this one. Also smells quite nice. I like to, again, focus my intentions on having that cleansing energy put into the spray and just like good vibes all around. Positivity, joy. It's what I want to bring into my house for the day. Once everything is mixed, I shake it for about 30 seconds. It's the same as my energy mist, if you guys saw that video. I shake it for about 30 seconds, and in those 30 seconds, I recite like a little mini spell or an affirmation, an intention, however you want to think about it, for that 30 seconds to really solidify the intention I have for the spray. Yeah, it's a really organic process, to be honest. I visualize while I'm mixing. I think about how I want my home to feel while I'm mixing. And that's kind of the vibe of it all. If you want me to do a video with like a full process and like a few different recipes, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3, I can do that. Leave me a comment, let me know if it's interesting. Otherwise, I will also link a blog post I have that kind of takes you through the process and has a couple different recipes. I'll link it down below in the description. So let's get this mixed together. So that's all. It's a really simple process. It's a beginner-friendly process as well if you are just starting kind of your house magic kind of journey. It's fun, and it's also very, it's kind of therapeutic to mix these. I like to do a few different ones of these, but if you want the video, like I said, leave me a comment and I'll do it at a later date. So I'm going to pop outside and do my energy work around the perimeter of the house, and I don't think you with me. I've not filmed outside this house before. It's okay though. I'll be brave and I'll bring my camera outside. Yeah, let's go. So I don't have a good mic to use outside, so I'm just going to do a little voiceover on this part. So I had 2 of my energy sprays that I make, one for positivity and one for protection. And I did the protection one first, spraying all around the doorway, and then I went around the rest of the house. I focused more on the windows as their entry points, and as I was going through, in my mind, I focused on visualizing a protective barrier around the home for the summer season. And this is something I like to do at the beginning of every season, just to reinforce the intention and energy. And this took me quite a few minutes, and then once I was finished with the whole house, I went back and got my positivity spray and focused that just around the doorway. So I sprayed around the door frame and then also the full front of the door. And then I go and trace words of positivity and symbols on the front of the door in the spray. And sometimes I do this with an essential oil, or sometimes I use a door wash, which I did in my autumn video. And I kind of choose based on just how I'm feeling on the day. So once I'm done, I will close the process by giving thanks and stating a spell just to seal in the intention and the energies that I was working with. And it's just such a great and grounding way to prepare your home for the season. Okay guys, hello. Welcome to our card and writing portion of today's vlog. So I'm going to do some card pulls and I'm going to do some writing and I'll tell you what I do. Overview, anyway, of what I do. So I said before I always do 2 readings. So today I'm going to do 1 reading with this Couture Tarot deck that I received from Red Feather. I've only used it once before and I quite enjoyed it. So it's fun. If you like fashion, it's fun. So I'm going to try that one today, only my 2nd time using it. I'm going to do a 2nd spread with oracle cards, and I'm using the Witching Hour Oracle by Rockpool Publishing, written by Lorraine Anderson, illustrated by Olivia Berkey, and this Couture Tarot is by Megan Skinner. And then I'm going to pull 3 of these Forest Fae message cards by Nadia Turner, and I love these. They're so pretty and beautiful. They're fantastic. I use these a lot. The other 2 decks I haven't used as much yet. But I'm going to pull 3 of these for like summer season messages. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to 3 things with my books here. I am going to record my spreads, things, messages, insights, the cards that I pulled, because I always like to write down my spreads so that I can look back at them later or like add extra notes that I think of that are relevant later. And I'm going to do my dream summer journal session, and I like to use my planner and I go through the summer months and I write in things that are important, events or astrology transits, birthdays, work bits, things that I want to plan for certain times of the summer. I just like to go through the 3 months and get things in place, get things a little bit planned out. I'm a planner. I like to write and plan and make lists. So if you also do, you'll probably understand why that's very enjoyable for me to do. Okay, so I'm going to do all this stuff and it's probably going to take me like an hour, and I'm obviously not going to just film the whole thing. So I might put on a little bit of a time lapse and I'll catch up with you guys when I'm finished. Hi guys, so I also, after doing my writing, went outside and I forgot to like film anything saying I was doing that, but I always like to get outside on the solstice, on any of the seasonal festivals, and just no phone, earbuds, nothing like that, just to be present, to give thanks to the earth, to appreciate the beautiful surroundings, and just appreciate the season. So I was out for quite a while and I walked around some of my favorite spots in our area, and the weather was just absolutely gorgeous. It was saying summer is here, so it was really, really nice. And especially when the weather is good like this, it's always one of the most enjoyable parts of my like festive celebrations, and something I highly recommend that you do as well as part of the seasonal changes, even if it's just going outside, sitting under a tree, doing a little outdoor meditation, or going for a walk. You could also leave a little offering to nature as part of your outing, and it's just a really nice and special way to honor the day and have that connection. Hi guys, okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. I want to wish you all such a happy, joyous solstice, whether you're celebrating summer or winter. I hope the season brings you so much joy and, of course, magic and abundance. And if you enjoyed the video, I would love if you would like and subscribe, leave me a comment and let me know what you did to celebrate the solstice or what you're doing this week to help you welcome in this fresh season. I have some plans for summer videos. We're going to try and stay consistent this season. Like I said, things I think are going to be flowing a lot easier in the coming weeks than they were the first half of the year, so I'll be able to do more filming and hopefully get some stuff out that you guys are going to enjoy. If you have any ideas for videos for the summer you'd like to see from me, leave those in the comments as well, because I always like to hear suggestions from what people want to see, and it just helps me make better content for you guys. And I enjoy doing these kind of seasonal vlogs, so I'll probably throw some in, maybe some of our little Scotland travel adventures this summer as well. That might be fun to bring you guys along on. So yeah, I thank you so much for being here, and like I said, sticking around. If you've been subscribing and seen no videos from me, the beginning of the year was weird. I don't know, maybe I'll talk about it in a different vlog, but I'm happy to be back filming, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today all the way to the end. Thank you so much. Just wishing you the most magical summer season ahead. I'm gonna link those blog posts I mentioned down below, and the simmer pot ritual as well down below that I mentioned. I will link my summer offerings, my spellbook subscription, monthly easing that you get, amazing energetic companion that can keep you consistent in your practice, that I just so enjoy making, and growing that community is really special to me. So I'll leave my spellbook link down below, and my socials, all of that, if you want to follow me somewhere else if you don't already. Happy summer, happy winter, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. Until next time, friend. Bye.